Meghan Show. It's the Meghan Show. It's the Meghan Show. Yeah. Kisses to all of you. I hope that you're having a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you so much for my lovely subscribers, my current ones, my veterans, my new ones. Thank you to one comment that you guys were eating dinner and listening to my show, and I just felt so honored and special that I would be a TV show for you guys. So thank you. Mwah. Tell your family I am truly grateful. Okay, let's get started, guys. I've been trying to get this out, but I've had a few interruptions. A little bit won't fall asleep, and it is late. It is time for her to go to bed. And yes, elephant in the room. I have on black lipstick. Oh, I love it. It's the who's. My first time doing it. I was on the phone with my mom earlier, and she was like, I said, what do you think about the lipstick? She says, I like it. Now, usually when she'll say, why you choose that color? But I probably won't wear it that much. It's just, I like it. Now, this is Piers Morgan talking about...
Well, Michael Simpson, Harry and Meghan have been making headlines again. This is the Sun's front page today, naming them Hollywood's biggest losers, which is what they were branded in a withering report in the Hollywood Reporter, which is a very credible Bible of the Hollywood industry. It's also been revealed that their family trashing Netflix documentary costing £88 million didn't even rank in the top 200 most watched Netflix shows. It was beaten by both...
Now, according to Piers Morgan, it cost $88 million, and that I'm finding that very difficult to believe that docuseries was... They paid $88 million to put that together. That's like a blockbuster movie. That's some stuff you go see at the theater. That's some Tom Cruise stuff.
Patrol and Peppa Pig. And it's also been revealed that they're...
Peppa Pig, which I love, and Paw Patrol, which I love, is streaming more than Harry and Meghan. Why is that news? Who cares? So what? Why would they even be streaming at all? You know, we saw it. Who didn't see it? No, I mean, people are like, I wouldn't even, I tried to watch it again with you guys and say, you know what? Let's watch it again. Couldn't do it. It's just too irky. It just irks you.
Charity Archwell, which you may remember, boasts of being the absolute pillar of compassion.
I'd rather for Archwell to fail than for me to be called a loser. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I forgot to unhook you guys. Hold on.
£88 million didn't even rank in the top 200 most watched Netflix shows. It was beaten by both Paw Patrol and Peppa Pig. And it's also been revealed
but that's what I was saying. Peppa Pig is good, and I don't think that's... I guess that's bad. I guess that's bad for them to be under Peppa Pig and Paw Patrol. Why? Those cartoons are great. I love Peppa Pig. We got Peppa Pig everything. So I don't understand why Peppa Pig... I'm not surprised. Let's just put it that way.
Charity Archwell, which you may remember, boasts of being the absolute pillar of compassion. That's what its mission statement is, when, of course, the two people behind it don't show anybody anything remotely to do with compassion, that their donations have absolutely collapsed in year 2 on year 1. So all in all, not been a good little period for these two. I'm joined by the host of Outkick's Tommy Lahiran's here. It's Tommy Lahiran. And my pack, Talk TV contributor Esther Crackle, the Daily Mirror's associate editor Kevin Maguire. Before I get to Meghan and Harry, Tommy, your reaction to Hugh Grant playing an Oompa Loompa in Wonka. We just had an interview with Dylan Postle, on behalf of dwarf actors, just saying not only did he have the audacity to take their coveted role from them, but he also has never stopped whining about it ever since. Is he the biggest whiner in Hollywood, Hugh Grant?
Okay, so I fast forwarded that because I don't care and I don't know what he's talking about. And You know, if you guys want me to know, I'll look it up and we'll talk about it.
Climate change and helping the poor and supporting labor and all the things.
Let's go back to Tommy and talk about Harry and Meghan. I got to say, I did chuckle when I saw that the Hollywood Reporter had completely buried them as the biggest losers of the year, culminating in the South Park takedown, which made them a laughing stock. But I think that the reality is America's just seen through them, right?
Yeah, these two suffer from not only wokeism, but narcissism, and I would also say laziness. And that's proof in the Spotify deal that they had where she failed to produce really any episodes. So that's their problem. They think very highly of themselves. They want both things. They want fame and privacy, but they also don't want to work very hard for anything beyond their royal titles, which they continually crap on. So they try to have it both ways.
They do not want to do anything besides crap on their royal family. I want to get that last piece.
They think very highly of themselves. They want both things. They want fame and privacy, but they also don't want to work very hard.
They want fame and privacy, but they also don't want to work hard to get it. But they want to trash on their family. That's what people over here in America are saying. She's an American actress. And she is around the who's who's. Besides Kinsley's take. This is a new take. This is what we see. They're the biggest losers. Well, I want her to say it again.
In the Spotify deal that they had where she
culminating in the South Park takedown, which made them a laughing stock. But I think that the reality is America's just seen through them, right?
Yeah, these two suffer from not only wokeism, but narcissism, and I would also say laziness. And that's proof in the Spotify deal that they had where she failed to produce really any episodes. So that's their problem. They think very highly of themselves. They want both things. They want fame and privacy, but they also don't want to work very hard for anything beyond their royal titles, which they continually crap on. So they try to have it both ways. Once again, I'll use the analogy, the snake eating its in the Spotify deal that they had where these two suffer from not only wokeism, but narcissism, and I would also say laziness. And that's proof in the Spotify deal that they had where she failed to produce really any episodes. So that's their problem.
She failed to produce anything relevant, anything exciting, anything to give. And then the Sussex Squad was over there defending her, saying that she doesn't want to put all her eggs in one basket. She wants to spread the love. What, to Audible and not Audible don't want to have nothing to do with you? You mean Jeff Bose, whatever his name is, aren't let you in? Don't he own that?
They think very highly of themselves. They want both things. They want fame and privacy, but they also don't want to work very hard for anything beyond their royal titles, which they continually crap on. So they try to have it.
Their royal titles, but they continually to crap on. Listen to this. As much as she talks about King Charles and Catherine, all of them, because, like I said, you talk about one, you talk about the other. So, as she continues to trash them, she continues to ruin her brand, whatever that is. And Americans is seeing that. And that's what I was telling the young lady today. I said, she's been called a loser. They're calling her a loser. And these are her own peers. And I said that people are not looking at her in the way that you think. And you can continue to be a supporter of her, but I am definitely not. I'm totally opposite. And until she starts to have any kind of accountability, maybe. But right now it's very difficult.
Both ways. Once again, I'll use the analogy, the snake eating its own tail. I do think it's interesting.
The snake is eating its own tail. Meghan, you are eating your own tail. You're chasing it too. You're chasing it. But I just don't understand how she thought through her planning would be this good. This would be good. Trashing them.
Hollywood is turning on these two because, you know, when they move to the United States, any episodes. So
that's all she has. Guys, what is she going to do if Hollywood spits her out? Seriously, what is she going to do? When Hollywood spits her out like a wad of gum, what is she going to do? She has no deals. Tyler Perry is not coming to the rescue. She's not starring in one of his famous movies. Oprah is not doing another sit down with her trying to get extra dirt. And Gail ain't got the money to pay her to do it. And then the charity work is drawn up because what is she going to do? Go to Kevin Costner's again next year? But even then, is she making any money doing that? Over here, in order for you to be able to stay with the who's, you're going to have a talent or some money. You're going to have some talent or some money. And she has none. She has no popularity. She doesn't have people to love her so that she can make money. No, she has managed to alienate herself, and people don't like her, and they're deeming her a loser. She is not, we don't hate over here, but we don't dislike. I dislike.
Their problem. They think very highly of themselves. They want both things. They want fame and privacy, but they also don't want to work very hard for anything beyond their royal titles, which they continually crap on. So they try to have it both ways. Yeah. Once again, I'll use the analogy, the snake eating its own tail. I do think it's interesting that Hollywood is turning on these two because, you know, when they moved to the United States, they really were put out on a silver platter. Like, we would be so happy to have them. I will tell you all, you can gladly have them back.
We do not want.
When she first came over here, they welcomed her. Let's give her a moment. Let's give her a chance. Let's see what she's about. Let's see if she's, on the up and up. So when she first came over here, after Tyler Perry flew her over here to his mansion, people were trying to get to know her. But I do believe as they was getting to know her, they was getting to realize that they didn't like her because she probably thought that she was better than they were. Her security was better than they. And that's why she wants that AP status, that 24-hour status of security so that she can look important. But celebrities don't feel that way about themselves. They're humble, in my opinion, and so they don't go around thinking that they're better than everyone else except for Meghan. And I think that turns them off, and that she lied, and she trashed the royal family, and she said that they were racist. That won't go. That's the first thing, but I just named a few. Let's continue. This is probably going to be short tonight, guys. I'm just wondering what she's thinking in her, how is she going to get out? They've been throwing a lot of puff pieces lately to try to help with all this backlash, talking about $8 million is in the bank and we are supposed to care. It just reminds me of when she was about the birthday party, saying how she didn't get an invitation, how she felt coming out, making a statement that she had never got an invitation to King Charles's birthday. Okay. Then she comes out now again and starts talking about, starts talking about stupid stuff. No, starts talking about the 8 million. Trying to cover up. And I'm not saying she was cover up anything from the party, but what I'm saying is Meghan comes out with her statements when she wants to come out with her statements. And the statement is always going to make her look good. Because when she put out the statement about the birthday party, she was trying to say that they were snubbing her and we didn't get an invite for that. But we do plan on conversating with them. No. Why was that important for us to know? That is personal business between you and your family, but you felt like we need to know. Just like you feel like you needed to tell TMZ, this is how sick she is. This is how often and how long and how obsessed she is at reading and listening to herself and trying to correct it. that, oh, no, we have 8 million in the bank. No, we didn't get an invitation. It's still the mean royals. And no, we didn't get an invitation for Christmas. And we may have would have went. No, you may have not. And Harry may have popped in, but not you. You're not going anywhere. You're not going to let them kids see King Charles either, because you have already set the tone. You've already told us that he took the cottage. We're not letting them see anything. You are withholding those kids from their grandfather on purpose just to get what you want. She's withholding them for security. If King Charles doesn't give us the security, then they're not going to be able to see the kids. Yeah, I know I switched it along the way I needed to. The reason why he can't see the kids is Meghan is a manipulator and a blackmailer. Why? What would it hurt? And what did King Charles do that was so horrible where she will not allow him to see the kids? What did he actually do? Let's think about it, okay? Let's think about it for a moment. Meghan won't let either side see the kids, but we're going to focus on the royal family for a moment. Meghan has given the kids the titles, okay, without permission, just decided, okay, we're going to give them titles, Prince and Princess. And then she tells Harry, no, the kids are not going over there. Why? They're concerned about their skin color. Are you still going off of that? Why won't she let them see the kids? I know why. Because she's blackmailing them. She's using them as leverage, as a way to get things from King Charles. But he is not baiting. He is not biting. He is like, no, you're not going to bully me into seeing my grandkids. You're not. I can't give... She wants an apology. She wants some accountability. Harry said it. You can't see the kids. If you don't come out and say and apologize to me, King Charles, and be accountable and say some accountability for the racist remarks that you said, then you won't see your grandkids. And so then they become the victims. Meghan, everybody else becomes the victim. Meghan puts them in the victimhood. But then the way she tells the story, she's the victim. No, where are we supposed to stay? And then when we get there, there's no security. They're the ones that left us out in the cold. They're the ones that don't want us to be there. They took our cottage, then they took our security. No, we're not. It's not our fault. No, it's never your fault. It's never your fault. It's never. But it's okay for you to treat people this way. And that's why she is not a very nice person in general. And what gets me, I think some people think this is Team Meghan and Team not Meghan. It shouldn't even be like that. But to me, it says a lot about that person that is just fixated on being okay with Meghan's behavior, with not trying to figure out, okay, wait a minute, is there some truth to this? Or, whatever. Or I'm just going to, she said that they were racist. It is the colonialism and then the brooch and then all these different things. No, it's more to it than that. You cannot tell me that you're going to treat me like a princess in the beginning, and then all of a sudden you're going to start treating me like, like she was black for the first time. Meghan couldn't even come up with several different, and I asked, she couldn't even come up with several different moments in time where she felt racism with the royal family. In this underhanded, unconscious bias. What kills me is that Harry calls his own family racist. Sorry, I know. Sometimes I revert back.
Thank you.
Absolutely not. No.
And I was like,
which they continually crap on. So they try to have it both ways.
Yeah.
Once again, I'll use the analogy, the snake eating its own tail. I do think it's
Oh my God, she took over the conversation.
interesting that Hollywood is turning on these two because, you know, when they moved to the United States, they really were put out on a silver platter. Like, we would be so happy to have them. I will tell you all, you can gladly have them back.
we do not want them back, thank you.
Absolutely not. No,
and I think I said to you before, Tommy, you Americans, you've sent 2 of your women over to our royal family, and it hasn't gone well. First one led to the abdication of our king, and the second one has nearly brought down the monarchy. So you lot are banned. No more American women in our royal family. You can keep them. Just to repeat what Hollywood Reporter said, after a whiny Netflix documentary, a whiny biography, Spare, even the title's a pouty gripe, and an inert podcast, the Harry and Meghan brand swelled into a sanctimonious bubble, begging to be popped, and South Park was the pin. A glorious assessment of these 2 little wastrels. Tommy, always great to have you on the show. Thank you very much indeed. Appreciate it. Love your show, Outkick, so keep that going.
Okay. One more.
Harry and Meghan. This is an astonishing story. So, as a former resident of Los Angeles, I can tell you that the Bible that everybody reads every day, even I used to read it every day, is the Hollywood Reporter, magazine-style newspaper with all the news from the showbiz scene, everything you need to know about Tinseltown. And once a year, it does its sort of totemic list of the biggest winners and the biggest losers in Hollywood. And guess who's come top of the biggest losers? It is the gruesome twosome from Montecito. They've been criticised for whining, but their whiny documentary on Netflix and their whiny book, or Harry's whiny book, Spare.
Their whiny, blamey book docuseries. Their whiny, blamey book, Spare. And their new whiny book called Blamegame, from Obi Scobie. I mean, Meghan, it just blows my mind to think that she thought writing another book about the royals, trashing them in a book, now naming them, and then putting herself to be the scarlet of the perfect people in the book. And then people are sitting back and just like, okay, we are done. And I know when that person mentioned that Meghan didn't write the book, I knew my first thought was, so you know that she did that and that was deceptive. Why would she do that knowing that Catherine is going to be the next queen? That's her sister-in-law. What has she ever done to her for her to be that mean, that disrespectful to Catherine? Because nothing in a book or a docuseries or the crying about the whatever for the bridesmaid dresses, none of that calls for the treatment that Meghan is putting towards Catherine. It is appalling, and it is almost to the point where it's so noticeable. The jealousy is there. People are starting to talk about it more. But the kicker to me is for Meghan to go after Catherine the way that she does. It's like, whoa, you are so jealous. I was going to say something else, but of course I went too deep like I do. Okay, guys, let's get back.
And basically, it looks to me as if they are finished in Tinseltown.
They're so finished.
Done.
They're the most finished thing in the world.
They're the most finished thing in the world. Meghan and Harry is finished. There's nothing else in Hollywood for them. The only thing that's there for them is for them to, if I would hold on to the money that I did have from all the deals that I got, move and do something quiet like I promised I would do. But you can't make something be that's not there. She is not going to become no time soon. She is considered a loser under her own peers. No one's going to hire her. No one's going to slap a brand on her. The thing is that Meghan doesn't have anything to offer. So this movie deal, she knows nothing about producing, which blows my mind because at first she was going to be a Senate. Then she wanted to be so many things over here that she tried everything that she wanted to do. And now, what is she finna do? Produce. I thought you married a prince and you were supposed to be a princess and you were supposed to follow your husband's lead and help him support his country as you look back on yours and see how you could do the same. But you were about self. You never was about helping and being a helper and doing. That's why you said you wasn't getting paid for it. Moving on.
They're more finished than the Conservative Party.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
that's right.
I mean, and also when we had that
Who's
news
more
yesterday-
finished?
Loser.
Harry,
Let me
Meghan,
never
or the-
say it again.
As losers in Hollywood, and guess who's come top of the biggest losers?
The biggest losers of 20. I would just be freaking out if I were her. She worried about the money in the bank. We got $8 million in the bank. Who does that? Who tells people what they have in their account? No. The UK has it wrong. I heard that they were trying to blame someone in the castle for their demise. I do believe that. I believe Meghan will blame anything and anyone to get out of something that she has done. It is not her fault that Spotify ended. It's not going to be her fault with Netflix. It's not going to be her fault with WME. But let me tell you something. When they drop her, when WME dropped Meghan, it's on, it's happening, it's coming soon. We just haven't heard about it. And Meghan is just trying to cover up things to make it look like everything is okie dokie on this side of the green grass. And it's not. She's just pretending for a moment. She knows TMZ, we have $8 million in the bank. Yes, we do. She can call him up and talk to TMZ, but she can't call her father up and say, hey, Dad, sorry about this and that. She's more worried about what we know about her bank account as far as Archwell. That's that stupid stuff. Let's add to that, okay? She did not come out and denounce that she did not give him Obi Scobie those names to put in a book. She wanted us to know about Catherine and King Charles. She wanted us to know so bad that she won't and cannot come out against it because Obi will tell it. And she wants us to know, and it's evil for her to even say that about them too, because you know it's not true. And you know it's not true. And listen to the conversation. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah is in trouble too. I want to do a small little clip. I'm going to do a separate thing on Oprah. And so, but this is with Piers Morgan. We'll end with Oprah. Okay? We're just going to continue this video. And I'll try to timestamp it. I don't know how to do it. Anyway. After this one, it's going to be the Oprah. Because Oprah running around talking about she thinks that pills and everything else is bad when trying to lose weight. And come to find out she's taking it. And okaying it now. She lied. People don't like to be lied to. And Oprah has lied. Just like Meghan. Over and over and over again. Now she's considered a loser, a hypocrite, and a joke. And now she's almost penniless. She wants us to know she's got $8 million in the bank. No, you don't. If you got to tell us, you don't. Because it's none of our business what you have in your account. But you felt the need to tell us because, SpaghettiOs. Don't. Then she gonna tell us, don't listen to the tabloids, don't listen to the media. But she got them on speed dial. She does. I'm gonna have to go get my battery. Hold on. The gruesome twosome. The gruesome twosome. Yes. Let's see what they're saying. Then we'll move on to Oprah, and I'll let you guys go for tonight.
Is the gruesome twosome from Montecito.
Gruesome
They've been criticised as losers in Hollywood, and guess who's come top of the biggest losers? It is
The gruesome
twosome from Montecito. They've been criticised for whining, but their whiny documentary on Netflix and their whiny book, or Harry's whiny book, Spare. And basically, it looks to me as if they are finished in 10 seconds.
They're so finished. They're the most finished thing in the world. They're more finished than the Conservative Party. Brilliant. I mean, and also when
it is finished. You can't get okay. It's finished. It's over. First you were called a grifter. Then you were called soulless on South Park. Then you were called something on Family Guy. And now you were called a hypocrite. Now you're called a loser. And we're not talking about the people that just come out and spoke out against you. Now more and more people will be bold enough to do it. And guess what? Jessica Maloney gonna have a book. She gonna have a book. You can sue. I'll be like, sue me. Because that NDA would have to be thick, because I would tell it how she treated me.
Who's more finished, Harry, Meghan, or the Tory party?
I mean, who can be more finished?
Yeah.
But it's amazing when you look at their charity Archwell. It's not even a word. Stop inventing things. They're
funny.
I mean, who can be more finished?
Yeah.
But it's amazing when you look at their charity Archwell. It's not even a word. Stop inventing.
I don't like it either, Archwell. I don't like it. She said that's not even a word. Stop inventing stupid stuff. She did. She tried to put that word in the dictionary. Meghan was trying to, in my book, Archwell, patenting it and stuff. They said no.
Their donations have dropped by £9 million a year. They had about 11 million when they first set up. Now it's 2 million. And apparently they were just given by two people who are even a word. Stop inventing things. Their donations have dropped by £9 million a year. They had about 11 million when they first set up. Now it's 2 million. And apparently they were just given by two people who are their mates who felt sorry for them.
See, Meghan said they got 8 million. She says they got 2 million. I believe the 2 million.
Yeah, 2 years ago, they pulled in something like £13 million. Now, this $13 million. Last year, it went down to $2 million, so they lost $11 million in donations. Okay. And those $2 million that they still got, that was from two people. So two people gave them £1 million. So the number of donations coming into the Archwell Foundation, or a lot of people call it the Archwell Foundation, it's just they're almost non-existent.
The Archie bottomless well.
Yeah, why would you give? I mean, I'm not against the Archwell Foundation. I'm not against Harry and Meghan's charitable impulses and all that. There's nothing wrong with that. But why would you give money to a couple of posers who set themselves up as Saint Meghan and Saint Harry? Why would you do it? What you should do...
They got some fanny pads for some girls in Africa.
There's nothing wrong with that. But why would you give money to a couple of posers who set themselves up as Saint Meghan and Saint Harry? Why would...
Saint Mary and Saint Harry, that's how they act. That's how they act, like they're influencer, and they come into the charity to do so much and all this other stuff, and it's so fake. It is so fake, and people see it. And he's...
You do it.
What you should do. They got some fanny pads for some girls in Africa.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
No, there's nothing wrong with their good instincts, but why would you give money to these people? They're just a couple of people in Montecito. Why would you do that? What you should do, or what people in this country do, and they continue to do on an epic level, is donate massively to the Royal Foundation run by Meghan's sworn enemies, William and Kate, whose charity work is going through the roof. So if you compare these feuding couples on either side of the Atlantic,
Yes.
there's only one winner, and it's not in America.
Okay, moving on.
2023, this is what Hollywood's biggest losers.
Okay, this is the big loser video. I'm going to do one more, and then we're out. We're going to
Harry
do
and
Oprah.
Meghan have been crowned in an industry ranking by The Hollywood Reporter. Ouch! For more, we're joined by royal commentator Victoria Arbiter, live from New York. Victoria, how did this happen?
Good morning to you. Well, yes,
Breaking.
each year the Hollywood Reporter does release its annual list of winners and losers in the world of entertainment. It's considered the industry Bible, so people do pay attention to it. Now, Taylor Swift, Margot Robbie, Greta Gerwig have all found themselves in the winner's circle. But as you mentioned, Harry...
It's a big deal. Taylor Swift is on there, and her fans are just, I mean, she is killing it this year, Taylor Swift.
And Meghan join AI characters, the TV show Yellowstone, Disney, and a host of others in the loser circle. And I suspect this has been deeply humiliating in Meghan's hometown, but also because, and I quote, they do refer to the couple's whiny documentary, the whiny biography.
Did you hear that? It's interesting that they would say that, because they wasn't saying that before. Remember how you guys would be like, Americans aren't really, they went off, but that's okay. As long as you guys can go off. You know, you were like, wow, you know, has Americans caught on? We're there and then some. I mean, we're spilling it out. We are telling it. There are losers. And they're losers, and they're saying why they're losers. Their docuseries was a big whiny blame fest, because we do like the royals. This is the first time we can actually say that we've heard Americans really speak out on such a profound level, because this loser thing it's in her backyard. It's almost as if she's going to walk past her neighbor, and the neighbor are going to have a sign in her door that says, Meghan's a loser. Everyone in Hollywood knows that she is a loser. That is not a good thing to have. And I say that because, like they are saying, her reputation is over. There's no Tig. There's nothing. There's nothing. And if she does stay there, it's going to be little things here and there. But she needs a movie. She needs everything. And she doesn't have it. It's over. She has hit rock bottom. Because anytime your peers, the people you are with, the people that's going to hire you to do different things, she's hanging out with the Kardashians. Ain't nothing the Kardashians going to be able to do for her. Ain't nothing Oprah going to be able to do for her. Oprah hanging on by a thread anyway for running around here lying. To stop lying. Talking about she was running up a mountain and wasn't... Talking about how much weight she was losing. My mom is on Ozempic. She's on it. And it's like a little needle thing. And it's tested. Like she has to go to the doctor. And they started off with a smaller dose. And now she's on a 1 point something. But anyway, and she shoots herself every time with it in her leg or whatever. But my mom, she's smaller than me, which is like, woo. And she was like, should I stop taking it? I was like, no, Mom, you look great. I said, your doctor will tell you. But it has to be, monitored. It does. Because, just give me a second. Meghan's a loser. She's in trouble, guys. Okay, let's continue.
Whiny documentary, the whiny biography, Greta Gerwig have all found...
The whiny documentary, the whining Oprah Winfrey. Every moment, every minute, every second that they get, they're whining. They whine with in-game. Listen.
Himself in the winner's circle, but as you mentioned, Harry and Meghan join AI characters, the TV show Yellowstone, Disney, and a host of others in the loser circle. And I suspect this has been deeply humiliating in Meghan's hometown, but also because, and I quote, they do refer to the couple's whiny documentary.
No, but she said that we didn't have tabloids over here, and we don't mess with her. Even the person I spoke with today, they were saying that, well, the tabloids was being racist against her. I said, no. I said, people were in love with her. People were standing out on the street. I said, don't.
Whiny biography referring to spare the loss of their Spotify deal and that.
This is when I knew she was fake, because she had just got married. And usually when you just get married, especially they just met, you're still in your honeymoon. Catherine was probably still in her honeymoon phase after she married William. Meghan was so focused on getting the hell out of there that she skipped her whole love story that she tried to portray to us. That fake, fictitious, that wasn't no love story. That's that fake wannabe love story. No, a love story is real. We should still see the glow. Ain't no glow. Harry looked miserable, and soon and very soon he's going to have to get the hell out of there because they're going to go broke. And anytime rich people have problems with money, there's a problem. And Meghan's going to blame him. She is. She's going to stick by her man, and she hasn't been able to do anything to get them out the hole. But she put her family in a situation where they could have a hard time. Let's move on.
Horrible depiction of them in South Park. So I think they'll be feeling a little sore about this.
I quite like the South Park one. Anyway.
A little sore? Loser? Meghan didn't want us to know that she had failed at being a princess. She didn't want us to know that. I know she didn't, because she started blaming everybody else as to the reason why she failed. She said, she was lonely, she was suicidal, the press was running after her. She had to get over here. For some odd reason, she needed to get over here to brand herself, of course. But I forgot what I was saying.
Sussex's foundation
Spotify deal and that horrible depiction of them in South Park. So I think they'll be feeling a little sore about this.
I quite like the South Park one. Anyway.
A little sore. No, Meghan is going to be furious. She doesn't want to be called a loser. She wanted to blame everybody else on the reason why she didn't make it as a royal. But then every endeavor that she does, she fails. She failed at Spotify. She's failed at Netflix. She's failed at the Oprah show. You name it, she's failed at it. But she blames other people as to why it didn't work out for her. She does.
The Sussex's foundation, Archwell, that also took a big hit with donors as well. How bad was that?
It was pretty bad when you look at it on paper. Now, I don't know too much about how financials operate in terms of the world of the non-profit, but in 2021, according to their recent impact report, the couple brought in $13 million in donations, and experts in non-profits have said that that's quite usual in terms of when a foundation first releases, they get a lot of donations. You jump to 2022, and the release shows that they only pulled in 2 donations, each of $1 million each. That doesn't look great on paper, especially when you factor in the operating expenses, which were particularly high. They closed out 2022 in the red. Now, people close to the Sussexes have been quick to point out that they do still have $8 million in assets, so they're perfectly...
Told you. She called up and said, wait a minute, we still have $8 million in assets for our charity. So we're not broke. Just because it shows that we're in the red doesn't mean we're in the red. We still have money. Why is she so concerned about that and not concerned about her father? Not concerned about passion of the relationship with King Charles? Why is she so concerned about that? She wasn't concerned about telling us about them names in that book that she put in there. She wasn't ready to make that clear. No. you know what I saw today with the person we were going through? I'm going to post a video. I am. And I felt like that brainwash thing was going on. That's not what I wanted to say. It just felt like they were supporting her just because. Not because they knew, just they were just doing it just because. Maybe they like her. Maybe they like her because of suits. Maybe they believe what she has to say. But it has to be more than that for me. It really